important job in upstate New York when Dave Dudley released his first record, a thing called Cowboy Boots, and I was at a rock station, so the program director got a real good laugh out of that song, Cowboy Boots. He didn't think too much of it. He wasn't really into country, but that's another story too. Where are you right now? Where are you now, Matt?
I'm in Savannah, Georgia, not far from the port, and brought a load over here today, and I'm just grateful to be here. You know, that like I said, I got here a little bit under the wire. I was sweating it. I was listening to the show after I'd called in. The last 10 minutes or so, I was actually driving here, of course, hands-free. But I was like, I need to get stopped. You know,
we saw you on the switchboard here. Tell me, how does that work? Do you get inspiration while you're driving? Do you get inspiration from your driving? How does that work for you?
Well, I'm really glad you brought that up, because I was thinking about that while you were talking about the trucking earlier, just a moment ago. And truck driving really gave me a huge blessing in disguise that I didn't expect, and that was truck driving gave me a songwriting studio in my truck, and lyrics just started to. Let me back up on it a moment. It's hard. I'm as I mentioned, I'm a bass player, and I play bass on all of my records, and I'm now also playing acoustic guitar on all of my records. The electric guitar players are guns who I know personally, and we've got some. As you can tell, the guitar playing is phenomenal, but that's not me. Matter of fact, on the song that you were just listening to, that's a guitarist by the name of Hank Barbie, he's out of the Wilmington, North Carolina area, and towards the southeast, mostly along the coast, Wilmington or North Carolina and South Carolina. But he's got his own niche and does very well. But he's also well known within the recording industry, and as you can tell from his guitar playing, not to change subjects, but I do want to put a huge plug in for him, because he happened to come into my life right at the right time. And I would say that we probably didn't know each other more than 3 months before we recorded that. And he was very interested in recording with me. Yeah. So,
and it's always good.
Back to the trucking. Huh?
I was just going to say, it's always good to plug the guys you work with. We love to do that. As a matter of fact, we've mentioned sometimes that the backup guys don't always get the credit they need and deserve, and I'm glad you did. So don't feel guilty about that at all. So go ahead with your story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's hard to carry the reason I brought the bass guitar up is that it's kind of hard to carry a bass guitar and a bass rig in a semi.
Right, so, I can see that.
So what I did was I brought an acoustic guitar with me just to play with during my downtime, and really my original intent was just to learn a lot of old cover songs that were in the back of my mind that I always wanted to learn, and I would have time to sit down and focus on them in the truck, which I did for a while, maybe a couple months. But it wasn't long, maybe 2 or 3 months. I noticed a transition going on within me, which is I started coming up with my own lyrics in the truck, and a lot of
I got you.
Just to humor myself going down the road, and one of those songs, one of the first ones was Honky Tonk Tonkin', and I wanted a break from the truck. I'd been in the truck for some time, and several weeks, and I was literally in Texas at the time. I can't remember exactly where I was in Texas, but I was somewhere around Miranda Lambert's stomping grounds, because I remember a big billboard not far up and down the interstate. There was a big billboard announcing, hometown of Miranda Lambert. And I'm not trying to drop her name at all. I'm just trying to put it all into context.
That's fine.
What was happening is I was joking with myself one day, and because I'm alone here in the truck, and I went, the honky tonk is talking to me. And that thought just stuck with me for the next few days. And then the next thought occurred, maybe there's a song there, and that was the beginning. And I was new to songwriting at that time, but I wanted to give it a sincere effort because I had always wanted to write songs. And it took me about a month to write that song, but I had it written, and then the next thing I know, I'm getting attention.
I got you. Now, do you carry a recording device with you, like where you would at least voice possible lyrics together on the recording to save it, or do you do it all from memory?
I do it all from memory, and what I'll do is I'll come up with a hook line for the song, and then I'll start writing around the hook line. But the hook line is usually easy to remember, like the honky tonk is talking to me. And I'll just, gel on that. And then I'll also let the phrase dictate the rhythm of the song. And that's kind of a challenging concept I've found in trying to get across to others from time to time. But simply what I'm saying is that the phrase honky tonk is talking to me has a cadence to it. You can hear it. It's got a rhythm. It's got a rhythm to it. And so I'll use that as the foundation rhythm for the song. Once I can identify what that, the rhythm is. The Sweet Southern Woman, the one you just played.
Right. All right. I'll tell you what, we've got about, between 30 and 60 seconds left. So in the time we have left, tell us about the song we're going to play next, which is charting already in the top 30, I guess, on the Cashbox magazine, thing called Ain't Broke. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, cool. What happened was I was in limbo between my first recording manager, producer, and Joey Huffman. And the song that you played in the opening was produced by my previous producer, and he and I kind of went on our separate ways, and I was in limbo for a while, and then Joey Huffman. My songs caught the attention of Joey Huffman, who was Hank Jr.'s keyboard player. And then he contacted me, and he was familiar with my previous work, but I think he heard something, he wanted to take me to the next level, which he certainly has. And
I think that's a fact, and I hate to cut you short, but we're going to run out of time, and I want to be able to get this song in. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us one more time, especially when you have to take time out and around the road. We love having you. Keep in touch. Let us know what's going on. We always want to hear from you. Good luck and safe travels, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Evan Johnson, here's Ain't Broke.
I'm a man, yes I am, and I've worked long and hard to become who I am. I got a good job and I pay my rent, and at the end of the day, Lord, I'm spent. I'm an honest man, yes I am. I keep the wolves from the door every day I can. I got enough to keep and enough to give, and I sure don't need nobody telling me how to live. So if I ain't broke, don't fix me. I paid a high
ladies and gentlemen, Matt Evan Johnson, the singing truck driver from Georgia, and Ain't Broke. And you sure can hear he has come a long way. His music just keeps getting better and better. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about all the time we have for the David Bowers Awards this week. So, John Bon Jovial, I think it's time to take us home.
Indeed it is. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for spending another hour of quality yakking music with us this week right here on the David Bowers Awards, which, by the way, just happens to be broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and, of course, from the Valley of the Sun in Tempe, Arizona. We're available for free on Blog Talk Radio, also on YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, Amazon Alexa devices, etc. ad infinitum, wherever you download your favorite podcasts. Be sure to click the follow link on our Blog Talk page and like The David Bowers on Facebook, as well as Twitter, to keep up with all of the show doings and happenings and all the folks who are going to be coming up in upcoming shows. Join us next week for the David Bowers Awards, Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM 106.3 Rochester Free Radio, and on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. UTC, for more great music and talk with the artists that make it happen. So until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick the newly married geek, I am yours truly, the legendary John Bon Jovial, saying, hey, we'll see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.